Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, or whenever you're watching this live. I'm doing this live in a niche marketing hero group. Thank you very much for the invite, David. I love it. I would like to share a story. My gran used to say all the time, if one cannot catch a rat within the house, what is he going to do catching an elephant in the crowd? This saying is quite common in India. It has got different phrases and different way of conveying this message. But this applies to any businesses, anyone. If you cannot survive locally, what is the point? What is the guarantee that you would survive globally? This is why many say you need to be within. You should be able to survive within your locality. Just imagine, can you scale if you cannot survive in locally? That is what this talk is all about. This is supposed to be a technical subject. I will make it as non-technical as possible. It is more important if you're a Reiki therapist, massage therapist, hypnotherapist who rely on local people finding your business, or people who are visiting find your restaurants. If you've got a virtual office or a cafe, coffee shop, if you've got a pop-up store, this is more important. There are so many use cases for this. Why I am so passionate about the subject is more like, even if you don't have a website, you can use this. I am going to give a tip which is part of what I'm going to talk about, which is local SEO. Hi Andrea. I am going to bring Andrea in, if I may, in a short while. But what is more important is you can do this even when you don't have a website at the moment. I would not do this going forward, but immediately if you need to get a website presence, because local SEO or SEO works on a website, but you can create a free website on Google. Listen to me, okay? So first thing first, what I would like to talk about is Andrea, can you let me know whether I am being audible? If not, I've got to start from the start. Am I being audible, Andrea? I've just remembered to put my mic on. I can hear. Okay, thank you. Hey, David. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining me, everyone. So my first question, everyone asks me, oh, I do SEO. What is the point of me doing local SEO? Before I give you an why and what and all of that, I would like to give you an understanding of what local SEO means. For example, you are going to a different place, Italy. You want to find what is the nearest cafe which serves British breakfast, or nearest cafe which is called multi-national cuisine or world cuisine. If you are going to search for it within a locality, local SEO is the must. You tell me, as a Reiki therapist, would you like to be found? Yeah, Reiki has got this long distance therapy to it. But would you like local people coming to your therapist room, or would you like to go to somewhere on a global and sit before? I mean, you can do both. But if you've got a pain, you would rather go and trust a person whom you can feel, even if you've got visual impairment or other. So it is more of a tangibility of it, which happens when local SEO is being set up. I'm going to give you 5 tips, and also I'm going to remind you, if you need a PDF, which is about 30 pages or something, and also local SEO checklist, which you can keep it in front of you so that you can have that visibility throughout whenever you create a product or whenever you've got to go and post something. These two, you can send me a friend request or PM me. I will send you the PDF of it. One of the challenges which I've got with this presentation is I cannot share the screen. So I will give you the presentation of that which I've created as well. So it would be a lot useful for you. You listen to me and then go download this PDF, have the PDF in hand, and then you would be able to follow it at the later date, even if you're going to do it at the later date. So there is another request. If you're not watching live and if you're watching on a replay, hashtag replay. So whatever the comments is, bring it to me. I will try to answer all your comments. Please do bear with me when I am explaining technical subject on a platform where I don't have access. You don't have access to the slides. Okay, I told you what local SEO means. If you think you're not bothered about the local clients, if you think you don't want to survive locally, then please drop off. This is not a place where you should be wasting your another half an hour. Okay, I'm not bothered. You can drop off. Go ahead, do whatever you want to do. However, just imagine you're building a house without a foundation. Can you do that? Can you survive? Maybe you can do it. There's no problem at all. Can you keep it going in the worst weather? Can that happen? We had a wild weather for last couple of days. It was just whizzing wind. I could not get anything out of it. It's like rattling, the fences rattling, the windows rattling, and all of that. So this is the point. If you want, write it down. If you want local clients, local SEO is a must. Okay, Sudha, we hear you. Stop talking about this and give us the meat. I am going to give you meat, even though I'm a vegetarian. So this is not a technical definition or a business definition, but this is needed. None of the local SEO, you can go and watch blogs and read, there are so many videos and all of that, but no one points this out. You can increase know, like, and trust, KLT, know, like, and trust, quotient, lot quicker if a person could speak to you. You getting that point? And then local SEO means local business. I told you about this. Local business, if someone is known locally, it is a lot easier for the local media and other people to come and approach you so that they can feature you on their platform. Local media going global means local business going global. So that makes it a lot more easier. You see where I'm coming from? And it creates brand visibility. from what I've said, it creates brand awareness. It is no-brainer, right? It's a no-brainer. If you could become famous locally, you're going to become famous internationally or globally. And it makes you waste your money going global. It's as I said, my story about my grand saying, if you cannot catch a rat in the house, how are you going to catch an elephant in the crowd? Makes it easier, instead of spraying and waiting by doing all the ads and advertisements, do it free. Local SEO is free. Yes, you do need time. Time is not free. I totally agree. People are coming with that argument of, oh, time is expensive. I charge about £100 an hour or dollars an hour. If I'm wasting $100 saving that means $100. It is not as expensive as spending money and not knowing what you're doing with it. You see, I'm not saying you're dumb or you don't know what you're doing, but most of the time when they do advertisements and all of these things, they don't get the foundations right. These are the foundations. Get it right, and then if you've got too much money, go spend it away. That's I love it if you can spend it away. So that is the main point. So let's go to next thing. Let me give you the definition. Local SEO is similar to SEO, but it is done locally. What I mean by that, as I explained before, for anyone who have joined me after, is when someone is looking for a business or they want to solve their pain, like they've got a burst pipe, plumbers in the local area. I am based in Scotland, or I'm based in Edinburgh, so I would say plumbers in Edinburgh. So they can get to me a lot quicker than anyone else. Or I've got a toothache, I can go and say dentist, emergency dentist, or dentist 24 hours, which NHS don't do, or for dental emergency. So these are the key phrases which local searches are put forward when it's been searched on Google. Okay, I told you what are the benefits. I'll give you some stats. I did put this video a couple of days ago in the group. Go and look at that video. But however, you can get it. Remember, you can PM me and get this presentation. So 46%, just imagine, 46% of all Google searches. That is almost 50% of all Google searches are looking for the local information. I mean, tell me that you're not in that 50%. I'll take my word back. Yeah, tell me you're not in that 50%. So 46% of all Google searches are looking for local information. So local SEO is important. And the second stats, I'm not going to give you loads of it. It's only 5. I'll make it as quick as possible. It's 72% of consumers who performed local search. Remember, 72, yeah, who performed local searches visited the store within the 5-mile radius. 5-mile radius. How small is that radius? And they also visited within 24 hours. I think this is where many businesses fail, or I would not say fail, they don't know. If they don't know, they don't know, right? So that's what is 97% of people, this is the third point, 97% of people learn more about local company online than anywhere else. I don't know many of the companies who are around, but I find out through searching for it. I had my dress. I'm too short, by the way. None of the even petite. I need to alter. So I was looking for. My mom used to do the alteration, and then my aunt did. And when they moved away, and I needed alteration for my dresses. I only buy dresses which I could alter it. So what I did was find alterations within the area I live in. So I could go 5 minutes away and go and give my things. She was working from home. This lady she had 3 kids. She was working from home. So it was a lot easier for me to go and give it for alteration. I saved £7 or something. If I had gone to a shop on the high street and given my dress for alteration, they would have charged me about £12 or £17 or something like that. But I paid her £5. I paid her £5 to get. She got the business. I was happy, and I referred her more clients who does alteration. Oh, I come from India. We alter everything. We buy big and alter everything. Don't get me why, but that's the rule. The 4th stat which I'm going to do is give you is 61% of the local searches are on the mobile devices. 61%. So that means your website has to be mobile responsive website. I repeat, it is important for SEO. It's more important for doing a local SEO. If you're watching me live, please say hi. I might not be able to say hi back. I am a very nice person, if I may say so, most of the time. But please do say hi so that I can follow up with you later. Thank you very much. So the 5th one is 88% of searches for local businesses. 88% of searches for local businesses on mobile devices result in calling that number. You have to pay attention to what I'm saying now, because these points are coming at the later state as well. So, or visit the businesses within 24 hours. Would you want someone visiting, a new person visiting your business within 24 hours? It's up to you. I'm not going to force you in any way or form. Hey, Alison, I'm saying 5 tips, but I know my presentation has got 6 tips in it, but let's keep this 5 tips in the heading. So what are the 5 tips? What are the things? And you've heard me rattle about, you heard me ramble through, you've heard me shout at you, and I've done everything. Like, if I've not got my message across, I am failing as a speaker. Okay, so what I am going to say now, from now on, whatever you do, just stop and listen to me, even if I'm screaming. Okay, if I'm shouting at you, that doesn't mean I'm angry at you. I am so passionate that I want to help you. You see where I'm coming from? Yeah, we are Indians. So what happens is, in India, when you speak to someone loud, it means that you love them. Especially in South, we all speak loud. Okay, so what I would say is, the first point is, whenever I say this to people, oh, you should be on the you should be in the snack pack when someone search, what do you mean in the snack pack? And they think there's a small packet and people go in. No, that's not what I mean, okay? I know we are not all Lilliputians or of that area. But the thing is, I can fit in. That's not a problem. Anyway, it's not about me, is it? So what I would say is, you should be in the snack pack. This is also called 3-pack. It's also called local pack and all of that. Don't worry about it. I call it snack pack. It can be anything because it's just a small area where when you do local searches, just go do local search of Reiki therapist. You can see a drop down, right? Plumbers nearby or Reiki therapist nearby. I call Reiki therapist. I don't know, because I've got quite a few clients who are in that category. So our hypnotherapy or whatever, you put that on, right? So what happens is there'll be at least 4 or 5 ads. No one clicks that. I don't, but it has been proved no one click that ads column. They see ad and they just go down. Okay, then with the map on top of it and 3 listings of businesses, 3 listings of the businesses. What happens is in these 3 listings, let me see my time, whether I've got the time. It's already 20 minutes. I'll finish it in 30 minutes, promise. So in these 3 listings, what happens is the business comes, if your business comes in either of these 3 listings, it is based on number of factors, but one of the factors is whether your website has got the area or whether it has been set up. For the second tip, it has been set up in Google My Business and Google Maps. Listen to me, Google My Business and Google Map. You might be asking, what are you talking about? I'll give you that in the next slide. This is exactly what I mean. If you could be in this NAC list, it is very competitive. You've got to be on top of it. You cannot just create it and leave it. You've got to create content regularly, okay, to be on top of this. Even ranking in the local SEO. SEO ranking is different from local SEO ranking. Don't get confused by these 2 things. Yes, they follow the same principles and features and steps and all the shebang which goes along with it. However, the rankings, local search rankings and SEO rankings are different because locals, as I said, local search happens based on the location. Am I making this clear? Please tell me if I'm making this clear. If I'm not, I've got to change my way of speaking for once. So what is the second tip I'm going to give you is, the second tip is set up your Google My Business page. Many have told me that they've set it up. Just setting it up doesn't make it magic. Okay, there are other things which you need to do within the Google My Business page which makes it. Okay, remember, action speaks louder than words. Action. Take action. Go optimize your Google My Business page. Put the content regularly. If you're an events planner, you've got events in a particular location, create multi-location Google My Business, people, and optimize that Google My Business page. It is a lot easier because the event venues have the business presence. So it is a lot easier for you to do it. Am I making sense? I know I'm shouting. I know. But please listen to me. I love you all. I am so passionate about this. This is what the second tip. The first tip is optimize your page for your local searches. Optimize your website for the local searches. Second is set up a Google My Business. I do have a video which I used with Andrea, who's within one of the audience, I think. I used her. She was so kind, and I didn't have the screenshots or anything. And I said, okay, Andrea, you come on. I will set up Google My Business page for you because I charged this because I wanted the footage. And I said, Andrea came back to me. I put it in my group, and she came back to me and said, I don't have a website. No, you're the perfect candidate. You don't have a website. We are going to create the website as well for you within the Google My Business. Come on. Because one of the good things about Google My Business websites is it's got a Google URL, business.google URL, which makes it a lot more easier for Google searches to crawl through. Okay, you don't have to go through the other technical side of it. I am not going to say this is the Bible or anything. I would always suggest go and get your website at the later date, but not now. You just create a buzz, and then do it. Okay, so this is the second tip. Go get your Google My Business set up right. If you've already been set up by someone said, like me, so politely, go and create a Google My Business, or you heard somewhere, you set it up and you left it. That is your problem. Okay, it's not the Google searches problem, it's your problem. You see where I'm coming from? So go do this. And the third thing is, this I see again and again. It happens on the websites as well. When they say keyword density, okay, that means I need to have certain number of keywords within my page, so I will stuff it. Just imagine having, for search engines, this is not a tip I've added, but I'll tell you, for search engines to crawl your page, your page content, one page, I'm not talking about the whole website. I've seen the whole website having only 500 words, but I'm talking about one page. Okay, if it's an about page or a landing page or a home page or a services page, that page should have a minimum of 500 words. That is one of the criteria in algorithm that it will crawl the page. Okay, if you've got more than 700 to 800, 700 to 1,000 words, it is a lot more easier. Again, it depends on the capacity. Just don't take anything what I say by written on stone. Okay, there are other things which go, it is within the context. So please be very careful when you adopt these tips. When I say minimum 500, that is written on stone. The search engines would not crawl your page if it is less than. And there are other sales page people, ClickFunnels, and they do have long run, and they don't even bother about SEO, which annoys me even further. But I'm not going to go to that right now. But this is one of the things which I would say, have that page content about 500 words. It should be normal speaking English or English which makes sense. It doesn't have to be very general, but again, within that 500 words, you should have a keyword density of at least 25 times or 10 times that your word is being used within the page. So don't stuff your keywords. And people stuff their keywords. I was like, oh God, please. I know someone who did this. Don't do this, please. I beg you. If you're not taking anything from this workshop or from this talk, take this. Don't. Clutter is not good. It doesn't matter whether it's a website or a house. It is not good. It is definitely not good. So what is the fourth tip? So what we talked about, the first tip is optimizing your page for the right keywords, like location and all of that. I'm looking at the view instead of the lens for some strange reason. If I'm not making an eye contact, I'm sorry. The second one is setting up the Google My Business page and making it optimizing it. Because a Google My Business page, you can create a website within that. Go create that one as well. And the third, add services. That's another tip. Oh, I'm giving more tips. Oh God, David, you got me wrong. So the fourth one is, you should have given me the whole day. Third one was, don't clutter. Okay, if you're not taking anything else, don't clutter. And the fourth one is, it's about getting the reviews of, I forget all the time. It looks like I'm pot calling kettle black, right? I forget most of the time. I've got to get a review from Andrea. Please do send me a review. I'll send you the link. So when you set up a Google My Business page and verify Google My Business page, because it needs to be verified, that's why it's so powerful. Okay, then what you do is you get, once you verified, there are reviews in one of the menu items, you get a review link so that you can send this review link, whether email or via message or text, so that they can write the review directly to the page. You're not giving them to the page, you're not cutting and pasting it from a email. So it makes it a lot more easier for you and for your clients. One of the other things which I would say is follow it up. Once you've sent the review link to people, follow them up. It is no point in just sending them something and not following it up. Okay, again, ching ching, I can hear my inner voice saying, calling kettle black. Okay, this is the point. Ask, follow it up. If you've got to incentivize in any way or form, I'm not talking about getting false reviews. I'm talking about, you can sometimes, if you incentivize saying, I'll give you 10% off, or I'll give you £5 off, or I'll give you £1 off, depending on the value of the product, you can get more reviews. Again, this more reviews affect your local search rankings and also SEO rankings, and also get you in the snack pack. Remember snack pack? Exactly. So make sure this. Again, people think, oh, if I get 1 or 2 reviews bad, that means if you get 1 star, you've got to go back to these people and find out why they've given you 1 star. And there are so much of spam reviews which comes as well. You cannot delete the reviews, so you've got to be very careful and reply to these reviews. That also Google incentivizes that in a way by giving you some points towards your ranking. You see, it's all connected, people. It's all connected. The whole world is connected. You and I are connected. Okay, so that's what it's all about. Get the reviews. And tip number 5, create regular content. And as I said, there is a post link within the Google My Business as well. You create a regular content about your product or services. Again, minimum 500 words, so make sure that it is regular. And if you've got videos, put the videos on. If you can get a video review, put the video review on. All these contents does add up as well. Okay, am I making sense? Okay, I know you're bored listening to me. This is the bonus step. It's 33 minutes. I'll finish it off as soon as the last one. This is more important. That's why I added this as a bonus tip. This is NAPO Details. What is NAPO Details? They say NAPO Details. I've added PO to it as well. Remember, one of the stats is 47 people is Google search. What is 72? People are looking for the local information, okay, online. So why I added this is the name of the business. It should have, if you can get a good name, that would be good. Name or any name, doesn't matter. That's so judgmental, isn't it? Address, that's needed. That should be on your website as well, easily accessible, not hidden somewhere else. And phone number is more important, and also the opening hours. This is more important. You can set these up. You can set these details up even before you verify your business. I did that with Andrea. Andrea, I may not be able to get you back. Are you still there? Oh God, I am going to invite Andrea. Give me 2 seconds, people. Andrea. Oh, she's not a good member. I don't know. So this is what you need. This is more important. Okay, please I went over. As I said, you can download this presentation. I'll send you the presentation. I do have a sales page, but I do send it to your send you via messenger or via email, whichever is easier. Hey Andrea, I'm not able to get you on, sweetie. I am not able to add you for some strange reason. I don't know why. There is another. You can write me a review. Thank you for dropping by. So, what was I saying? Oh God, I've got so fickle-minded. I'm so forgetful. Oh yeah, downloading the presentation, and also. You've got an SEO guide, which I've curated from other guides which I've used in the past, and also a checklist, a local SEO checklist. You can download it or speak to me. I will give you send it to you via email. I also do, if you need any help with your SEO or okay, I don't know whether my Google My business page is set up properly. I want you to set up. I'll do that as well. So just come to me for any SEO queries or website details or chatbots and all the things. I don't know whether I am supposed to be saying this. Sorry, David, if I'm not supposed to say this. I've said it already. You can't take it back. So that's all I've got to share with you guys. Okay, I am a little bit weird and anal about SEO in many ways. I feel if you can get free traffic to your website or to your business, you should be able to do it. And in the process, you make your business more stronger. Okay, so instead of it's similar. I hear this all the time. I don't know. I don't know whether it's true or not. Many awards which many actors and actresses get, they are paid for awards. Please don't. This might be a rumor. This might be anything which is not what you want to hear. But that happens as well. Thank you very much, Andrea. I'm really sorry, sweetie. I got you here and I'm not able to get you on to talk about our experience yesterday. Thank you very much for joining me, everyone. If you think that I have been loud, then please forgive me, because that's one of the things which I need to curtail. I'm trying my best. English is not my mother tongue. And I went to this English class. I'm not artist or anything. I'm not a singer or an actor, but I went to the voice modulation, and I wanted to lose accent, but not lose accent, if you know what I mean. So they asked me to speak. Open your mouth. I still don't open my mouth. And I do talk fast. I've got to make sure if I speak loud, I might speak slowly. I don't know where I got that logic from. It doesn't even make any sense to my logical mind, but I somehow got that logic. It makes it more easier for me to speak loud than sometimes. It's also another reason is sometimes I go and speak at these events, right? You've got to stop talking, right? I can talk for the whole day. I go and speak at these events. They don't have the small events. They might not have the speakers. They might not have the microphone. So you've got to throw your voice so that the back end of the person, not that's just a justification. I've always spoken loud. My teachers and everyone said, "Oh, I've heard you. I speak loud. I laugh loud. I sneeze loud." Those information, you might not need it, but I'm giving it anyway. So these are the things which I do all the time. So it makes it even more difficult for me to slow it down. When I slow it down, I feel that I'm not confident. within myself. It's just a self-confidence. It's not, you might not see it at all that I'm not confident, but it within me, I feel like someone is squeezing me in. So that's what is all these information. You may not need it, but I'm giving it anyway. Have a great day, and this is Monday. Have a great week, and if you're not seeing, just be joyful. That's all. Thank you very much. Bye, everyone. Thanks for dropping by. If you're watching, remember, if you're watching, #replay. That's it. Thank you. Bye.